Greetings fellow Decepticons, Sandblaster1987 here with another AliExpress LEGO alternative review. This time from the Zyuden Sentai Kyoryuger series, we have the Keeppley branded, as it was called at the time, Kyoryujin, otherwise known as the Dino Charge Megazord Tri-Stego Formation from Power Rangers Dino Charge. So, as you can see, we've got Ptera, Stegochi and Drykira, or the T-Rex, Stegosaurus and Triceratops Dino Charge Zords, faithfully represented with printed tiles to replicate the effects of the design without needing stickers, thank goodness. For size comparison, here we have the original Bandai Japan DX Drykira component, so you can see she's quite a bit bigger than the other components of the brick build Kyoryujin. I don't have a full Kyoryujin DX figure with me, so Drykira here is the only comparison you get to the original thing at this point. So, without further ado, articulation. Because they've been built in a very similar way, Drykira and Stegochi have pretty much the same articulation. Opening mouths with a sliding mechanism to enable the transformation components. Then 360 degree swivels at the hips and a hinge of the foot, which enables the leg mode, or the arm mode transformation rather. Stegochi has got the hinged Stegosaur blade coming out of his back there, and of course the individual Stegosaurus plates are also hinged because of the way the set's been designed. Excuse me. Dust allergy and hay fever and all that, sorry about that. And the little spikes on the tail are also on friction hinges for a similar effect. Then with Drykira, the horns here can also be angled, and of course the transformation mechanism still works for obvious reasons, and the tail has clearly been designed using the LEGO Power Miners drill piece from the Thunder Driller vehicle as obviously the drill arm weapon of the arm mode configuration. Then putting these two off to one side for a moment. Whoops. Just reattach Stegochi's backpack, and then we'll move on to discussing Ptera's articulation. Because these are AliExpress, not LEGO type things, they can be a little bit unstable in terms of the way they hold together, so viewer discretion advised. But moving on, Ptera has pretty much the articulation one would expect from a Tyrannosaurus Rex. The mouth does open, but obviously with the unstable nature of these not LEGO type bricks, you've got to be careful not to tear the skull in half kind of thing. Then because of the shoulder component of the Kyoryujin combination, this section here can move around on a ball joint socket. Posability is limited due to the shape of the parts. Then you've also got the little T-Rex arms we can hinge around and rotate slightly on their sockets there. And the individual toes of the feet are also attached via C-clip hinges so they can be moved around a little. The T-Rex legs themselves are attached via a crossbar axle, so they have to be removed and then reattached in 90-degree increments in order to get any decent movement out of those. So, without further ado, it's time to combine. What you want to do first is remove Kyoryujin and to remove Ptera's tail like so. Open it out and remove the helmet, put that out to one side. Then what you want to do next is you want to remove the T-Rex leg components like so. Just trying to be careful not to damage anything here. Then what you want to do next is use the ball joint hip sockets here, like so, to hinge the robot legs down. Then split the Ptera body in half, like so, because these two ball joints go into these two sockets for T-Rex mode and these two sockets for robot mode. So reattach them to the robot mode sockets, make sure the T-Rex arms are out of the way, like so. Then for articulation's sake you can split the legs if you want to, although they are more stable if kept together. Then what you need to do is, if you haven't already, adjust the sliding rail mechanism for the robot mode. Then reattach the T-Rex legs. Like so. And bring down the middle toe of each of the T-Rex feet, then unfold these pieces down here like so. Making sure everything lines up properly, then reattach the middle toe into position like so. Whoops, same on both sides. My apologies for how many times things fall apart in this video. It's not the easiest of things to keep stabilised, I must admit. So, what you want to do next is bring down these ratchet joint mechanisms here. Rotate up the robot head like so, and attach Kyoryujin's helmet over the top. That's the T-Rex component, and of course you need to attach the clips on Ptera's tail in its open configuration onto the back as the backpack of the component. So that's the robot mode configuration sorted. Now for the arms. So what you want to do with Kyoryuger is bring the Triceratops horns over the top like so. Open the mouth as wide as they'll go, then take two of these Lego Technic pin type pieces, attach these into the slots on either side of the mouth. These will be the connectors that attach to the ratchet joints on Kyoryujin. Then fold up the feet like so, and basically, use these swivels to bring the legs in on themselves, like so. Then you can attach Kyoryuger to the left arm socket like so. Then pretty much the same as Kyoryujin, just take off the backpack, make sure everything falls apart, which it often does on my copy sadly, but quickly repair anything that has fallen apart. Make sure your repairs go the right way around. Then open out the Stego shield like so. Extend the blade of the Stego sword. And the rest is the same as Kyoryuger, just open the mouth as far as it'll go, flip up the legs, and rotate them into place. Attach the Technic pins on either side of the mouth. Put the Stego sword / shield into the hand like so, and attach to the other Kyoryujin arm socket port like so. And here we have the Keeppley brick-built Kyoryujin in robot mode. For size comparison, here it is with the original DX Dry so you can see the size comparison. This is how much bigger the original Strikera arm mode is compared to the Lego equivalent version. And here is Kyoryujin next to Star Wars The Black Series Darth Sidious, Revenge of the Sith. So you can see the comparison with a standard 6-inch action figure. As you can see, it's still a little bit bigger than Darth Sidious. So, articulation-wise, there's nothing overhead apart from the up and down movement for transformation due to the way the design works. But you do have forward and back movement at this ball joint socket here to replicate the ratcheted forward and back shoulders of the original DX toy. You've also got a sort of bicep swivel and forward and back ratchets and such at the connector point. The individual fingers of the hand modes can also be moved in and out as well. Then you've also got ball jointed hips, which allow for Fred an expressive range of leg movement, but unfortunately there's no Fred knee joints due to the sliding rail mechanism for the transformation. And there's no ankle movement either apart from a sideways sort of swivel, even then that tends to knock pieces off. So this is a fun build, but it is rather frustrating. And it's also frustrating that they never actually finished the line either, because although they did give us Parasaur, Raptor, Pachy, Spino and Ankylo, they never did give us the Plesio, Titano or Pterazords to complete the rest of the line. So those wanting to obtain a Titano Western, a Brachiosaur and a Plesio are out of luck. So that said, that concludes my review. I've been Sandblaster1987. Thanks again for watching. My next import model kit review will be Blokey's Classic Class Transformers 1 Megatron, early November this year. But my next toy review altogether will be Star Wars The Black Series Old Master Darth Maul from Star Wars Rebels. Till then, till all are one, and may the power protect you, always.